to disrupt your conversation about Polish home builders. It is probably a riveting conversation.
Well, more about moving out of the house, but yeah. At least I didn't kill myself with the mattress. So, are we live now?
Yep.
All right, Daniel, what you doing this week?
We're not doing very much this. Well, I'm not even. So our podcast schedule is like really messed up, mostly because we've been chasing movie releases. But Chris and I did see Superman, and we did an episode of the podcast. So if you're interested in our take, or at least our opinion on that, go and watch it. Long story short, we liked it, except for the music. The music was not good. There's no movie coming out this week, so I think we're still doing the podcast on Saturday, but I'm not really sure. You can follow us on our social media platforms, and you'll know when the podcast is. And then we'll be doing Battlefront Thursday, or probably Wednesday through Friday.
Alrighty. Sounds like fun on the bun. And everybody, welcome to Gungans and Dragons, Pirates of Drinax edition. This is our second campaign, and we have today hit a major milestone. 1 year for the campaign, so I applaud all you players out there. And yeah, a lot of campaigns don't make it this far. So this is
a lot
great.
of people don't make it that far. So congrats on everyone still being alive.
Yeah, for all the characters that are still alive, for those of you with original characters.
No, I meant us, like as people. None of us died.
That's true. That's true. And you know, to note, I believe we have just 2 people with their original characters at this point, right? So it's Daniel and April. Both have their original characters.
By the grace of God.
From the original crew that set out. And then Monty is on his second character. Wenton joined a bit later, but is on his first character. And Sean is on his third character.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you...
No, second character.
Yeah, Urien's his second character.
No, third character, because Sean's second character died in character creation.
Oh,
yeah, that's
well,
true.
who gives a fuck about that?
He did get a slight mention on one of the episodes, as someone recalled the what is it, like the fan fiction erotica that he had written in Drinax. Something like that, Sean. That popped up. I think Slems mentioned it.
Didn't he die of like a heart attack or something? That character.
Oh, so you kept pushing his character, like you didn't want to pay for any medical bills for him, but he kept on getting into like these terrible accidents, and you're just like, one more thing, and then you got into a terrible accident, and you got a score that had been brought to 0, so he actually died in character creation.
Well, look what you did, Sean. Good job.
So I actually, that was the first time in this version of Traveler that I've seen a character die during character creation. So, you know, I applauded Sean for the kind of milestone, at least in my GMing history. But
hold on, before we do the introductions, can you vamp for like another 40 seconds? I'll be right back.
Of course. So, from the last session, we were all gathered together in this secret depot, in this hex that is otherwise empty here in deep space. You all were doing a little bit of modifications to the Bloody Elf. And over the days, you were having some interactions with everybody else, talking about trauma, bonding with different members of the NPC crew. And at this point, you all are 4 days into the repair process. Day 1, you had a detection of the Sindalian Hulk. Day 2 and 3, you've detected a derelict fuel tender. But here at the beginning of day 4, Urien had teleported to Ukluna's room to watch him sleep and had been there right to the moment where Ukluna woke up. But before we proceed, let's start with introductions. Our first player and character to introduce would be April with Andrew.
Yes, I'm April, and I play Andrew. She is a spacer from Drinax, and is now the XO of the Ganymed Corps, which is the lead ship of our little pirate fleet. And she has had some things that she's been dealing with that have yet to reveal themselves. But
Oh, really?
yes.
And next, I believe we would have Monty with Sharky Sparks.
My name is Monty. I play Sharky Sparks. He's the current pilot. A simple farm boy from a backwater planet. I don't know, just looking for stories to tell.
And I think he's starting to develop a tea habit.
Is that so?
Well, didn't
least-
you
at least
like
from
misbrew it, and like you didn't brew it very well the last time, right?
No, I brewed it exactly how I was told, 8 and 12 minutes.
Next, we would have Wenton and Sven.
I'm Wenton. I'm playing Sven Bjorn, who is a former merchant marine turned marine, and left that to make the galaxy a better place, and somehow ended up as security chief on board the Ganymed Corps.
On a pirate
As
ship.
a pirate.
Wow, you're doing great, making the world a better place.
And then we have Daniel and Ukluna.
Mm-hmm. Kluna's former spy turned captain of our burgeoning fleet here. And I have a giant floppy hat.
All right. And then last but not least for the crew, we have Sean and Urien.
Yeah. Just making sure Cluna's okay, watching over him. Also, my character is dead tired now because he's been up 8 hours watching the Cluna.
Yeah, probably. And then I am Richard. I am the GM/referee for the game that helps determine what the NPCs do, the random events in the game, and what the roles of the players end up kind of translating in the system. So let us resume where we left off. Ukluna, as you wake up, your alarm goes off. The first thing you see is... and just to refresh my memory, is Urien armored or not armored?
No, he's unarmored. He's
unarmored.
He's abiding by what
You see Urien in just his jumpsuit, kind of watching you very intently.
So I think our cliffhanger last week ended with me pulling my flechette pistol from under my my pillow where I keep it when I sleep, because I am not sure who it is. I imagine that when I wake up, like often happens in real life, I'm a little disoriented and can't see very well. What was that?
Okay.
It's probably dark in here.
Yeah. So I rub my eyes. Well, before I rub my eyes, I rub my eyes and I see that it's Urien, and I will sigh mightily and then say to my comms equipment, "Sven, to the captain's quarters, please." And then I'm going to turn to Urien and I'm going to say, so Sven's going to run in here, and he's going to wonder how the fuck you got in here without alerting security.
Okay, so Sven, just as I
Oh, is
guess
that from
you're
Death
going-
Note?
Yeah, that's how you.
Yeah, all right, okay.
So Sven, just as I imagine, you're probably going to bed after being on night watch.
Yeah.
You get the call from Ukluna.
Well, we decided I'm split watch.
Okay, split watch.
So I would have either been on the bridge or I would have been in my bed. I'm not sure which split I'm at.
Well- So you might have just been in bed for a couple of hours.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah,
Just
you
right
get the
in the head
call.
off captain's office.
Can I ask Urien? Can I say a couple things to Urien while we're waiting for Sven to get here?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Depending on how Sven sleeps, it might take him like a couple of minutes to pull on clothes and run over.
Okay.
Also, when he sees Akluna wake up, Urian's just gonna smile and say hi.
Urien, what are you doing in my room?
Oh well, okay. So
I'm also going to put the
talking-
pistol down. Now that I see it's Urien, I'm going to put I'll decock the pistol and put it on my nightstand.
So I've been talking to Vim the past few nights, right? You know,
Okay.
about making friends and building trust. And he said the best way to make friends and build trust is to do things for people. So I thought, what better way to do something for someone than to be like, you know, their protector. So, you know, I made sure, you know, I came in here, I teleported in here last night and, you know, watched you, you know, for the last 8-9 hours while you slept to make sure nothing bad happened to you.
You've been in here for 8 hours.
Yeah, watching you sleep.
Okay. By the way, does Akluna know that you can teleport?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think I told you. Yeah.
Oh, that might have
Yeah.
come up in our last conversation. Yeah, you're right. Well,
But this is your first real personal experience with it.
okay.
Yeah, he had mentioned it when you had Andrew and I in there at one point.
Yeah, because he had explained how he disappeared off the cameras at the
Right.
Bloody
okay.
Elf.
Yeah, I kind of
At this
remember
point, Sven will be coming into the room.
now. Sven, I didn't trigger a full intruder alert because the crew is wary and we've been working pretty hard for the last couple of days. But here's Urien, who's been in my room for 8 hours.
Oh, hey, Sven.
Yeah. Hi.
Sven, you can roll 2d6 for me if you want.
Yeah, sure. If I can figure out how to type here. There we go.
One of the most valuable skills I learned in middle school.
I thought that
yeah.
learning how to type would make me a better saxophone player when I was in high school. So I was really excited to do it. And I learned to type like a motherfucker. And it had zero impact on my saxophone playing.
Well, Wenton, so it will occur to Sven pretty much immediately that this has been like a direct violation of what you kind of set up with the bridge crew here of always having at least 2 people with Urien at a time if the captain has been basically alone and even worse, unconscious next to Urien for 8 hours.
Right. Okay. Urien, we're gonna go have a little chat.
But
Oh,
before you
okay.
take him away, I'm sensing good intentions. I'm not sure how Darian's. I'm not sure what your guys' social policy is on private spaces, but generally we do not just walk in to people's rooms without their permission, particularly on the ship, and watch someone sleep for a while.
Oh, sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure nothing bad happened to you.
And I believe you. I believe that is the case, but it's not like we have a security apparatus for a reason. And if we had a threat, I guess, other than you, I don't think they'd be able to make it past security anyway. So I appreciate the effort, but it's unneeded. And it's it's a little strange, and it would be off-putting to humans for you to just kind of appear in their rooms.
Oh, well, sorry about that, Captain.
I appreciate the apology, and I'm sure Sven's gonna give you a talking to, but let's try to respect everyone's individual boundaries on the ship.
Okay.
Is this something? Do Darians do you guys just teleport into each other's fucking personal spaces?
I mean, I did, but I don't really know what a personal space is, so
Oh.
I never really had my own thing, I guess, if that makes sense.
Well, I'm going to gesture to the room. This is my personal space. I invite people in here from time to time, but generally you're not allowed in here unless I've invited you or asked you to come in.
Okay, gotcha. I'll remember that for the future.
How are repairs going on, or how is the refit going on your ship?
It seems to be going well.
Okay, Sven.
Okay. So how are the two ships docked together?
I think be like a airway thing, right? Or like a
Yeah, the airlocks are basically linked at the moment.
Okay.
Our butts are pressed together. That's how I imagine it in my brain.
So is it side by side or?
Our airlock is. Do we have the? I'm walking around not looking at the airlock.
Just have the one airlock, or is there a second?
Well, I think we have more than one.
I believe.
Let me look at the.
I thought we had one on each side.
One on each side. I could be wrong.
Picture here.
I wonder if Urien also likes to eat a bunch of sweets, like what's his name from Death Note?
probably. I'll say he does.
He does
So
now.
you have an airlock on the bottom of your ship, like right down the middle.
Yes, we do that.
Is that our only airlock?
It is.
It is your main. Well, it says main airlock.
But looking at the map.
Another one.
Wow.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah.
Sven,
that-
you've asked a question that's really broken this game.
No. So basically, according to your specs here, the main airlock is your only way usually out. Otherwise, you would have to leave through the landing gear,
Oh.
which I don't think is the most comfortable way of leaving the ship or entering it.
What about the cargo? Not that that's an airlock. That's the.
Yeah, that's not an airlock. So I guess conceivably you could also open up the entire cargo hold. But you don't exactly have a force field to keep in the atmosphere.
Well, I've learned something about our ship today.
Yeah, I have too. I've kind of that monkey wrenched my plans a little bit.
You weren't going to throw him out the airlock, were you?
No,
Okay.
I was just gonna give him something to keep busy for a little while.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we'll head to the cargo bay then.
So are you going with Urien alone to the cargo bay?
There's nobody else around other than the captain right now.
Yes. You could always call someone. You do have Vanessa, and you have Leonard.
That bastard.
Just if you're actually going to continue the buddy system when it comes to.
I'm actually, for the moment, going to take my chances. I don't think he has any ill intent. And we're just going to go have a little conversation. So we'll head over to the cargo bay.
Okay. So Sean, Urien is alone with Sven as you are walking down to the cargo bay.
Oh, hey. So Where are we going?
Well, we're gonna go conduct an experiment in team building.
Oh, cool. I like team
And
building.
well, I figured you might, and I'm sure that you'll enjoy this. Um, One of the things that is great about getting advice from people, especially about trust, is you find out that trust is different for everybody. And Vim's version of trust is going to be different from Captain's version of trust, is going to be different from my version of trust. My version of trust has nothing to do with do I think that you're going to do the right thing? My version of trust is I want to know what you're going to do given a certain circumstance. For example, if I have somebody that is a known thief and I have a 5 credit chip laying on the table and I leave the room, I feel like I can trust that person in that room, meaning that that chip is going to be missing when I get back to the room. It's not that I'm trusting him to leave it alone. I'm trusting him to be uh, to act according to his structure, what makes him who he is.
Hmm.
And that's one of the things that the crew is having trouble with right now is they don't know you well enough to be able to predict or understand what you're going to do. So we're going to conduct an experiment with our crew and see what their level of trust in you actually is. You ready?
Sure.
Okay. I'm assuming we're at the cargo bay by now.
Yes, it's the morning, so since you're in the cargo bay, you can see the team of engineers and Barbie are currently involved with grabbing materials to kind of and are like going back and forth from the airlock. They all kind of stop when they see you both enter, and all activity kind of halts.
I wasn't counting on them being there.
Yeah, well, you know, they're working, so.
Hey guys.
Tell them to get the fuck out.
No, this isn't working the way it was supposed to. Is there a nearby room next to the outer hull?
Uh, where? So you are in the cargo bay. Uh, Nearby, you have the room that contains the jump drive, the room that contains the power plant, and the annex that has the maneuver drive.
Wenton, is it going to take like a while because you definitely have the authority to tell them to stop their work and leave you alone for a bit. Like,
No, it's a gameplay thing that's fuggered up right now.
oh, okay.
Okay, we'll go into whichever the
They won't stop forever, but as you guys kind of enter, Barbie kind of like narrows her eyes. It's like, hold on a sec. We thought he was on the bloody elf. How did he get past us over here?
I teleported.
Oh no.
Want to see?
George.
Urien's going to be the source of all of the chaos on this crew now.
George, with his gravity belt, says, "Of course he fucking did." As he's like holding this big crate, and he just kind of heads towards the airlock. The others kind of like in silence, kind of grab their materials and go over to your ship, Urien.
Oh,
Wenton, your entire plan just got fucked, didn't it?
Yeah, I did.
I'm sorry. I just felt like he'd be truthful there.
It was screwed when everybody was already in the cargo bay. I'll have to rethink this.
You can salvage it. I believe in you.
Anyway, so what's this team building exercise we have planned?
So everybody has moved on over to Urien's ship by now, or in that direction by now, right?
All of the team that is doing the repairs, yes. Like on board your ship, you would still have like Sharky, you would have Leonard, Veronica, Andrew, and you'd have Dr. Jean.
Right. Okay. So with everybody else, now that everybody else has rather uncomfortably moved on, we'll go back towards the doors on the cargo bay. I'm adjusting my rifle. I want to get a very tight, super narrow beam. And I'm going to shoot a very small hole through the door. And I'm going to tell Urien to grab anything.
To space?
Huh?
Like you're trying to shoot through the hole?
Yep. I'm going to tell Urien to grab something to hold in place over the hole.
Okay. Hold on. One second.
Won't this cause like a
Massive decompression.
No, it's a small hole.
I just need to look up a bunch of stats now. Hold on a second.
Yeah, it's a small hole, and the atmospheric pressure inside the ship is going to be 1 atmosphere. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to breathe it.
So you have
For the record, Sharky is not anywhere near this area.
I think all of our characters are just as happy not knowing what's about to happen.
just
I don't know.
hold
Sharky
the-
might be a little happy.
Okay. Look up the page. Oh shit. Okay. This is like personnel weapons used against the ship. Okay.
Yeah, there's almost no system that actually covers that.
Is it possible that his rifle doesn't have the power to do that?
I'll be right back. Sorry.
Yeah, it is possible it might not be able to do enough damage to get through the hole, so that's why I'm trying to look into now.
Which is actually kind of heartening, because like if we ever got into a if we were ever boarded and had to like get into a gunfight, it's kind of nice to know that we couldn't just punch holes in our own ship.
Well, I would certainly expect it not to be just a single shot and there's a hole. I'd expect to almost have to empty the charge on the rifle.
Yeah.
You
but well,
doomed
and
us
also,
all.
and also, depending on the ship that you're in, they have different levels of armor.
Right.
See, sorry, this is just taking a bit.
Richard, I'm a little surprised you don't have these figures committed to memory.
Yeah, I know.
Have you seen how many books are involved in this?
So it's reinforced.
Yeah, I started reading one and then I was like, this is a lot to read.
So it would definitely damage the internal bulkhead. You could ruin wiring and wall mounts, cut through the internal wall with time.
Okay, maybe we can still do this without actually making the hole.
I'm just trying to see. I'm just mapping it out right now to see if you possibly could.
I'm actually a little relieved that it isn't immediately obvious that we can shoot a hole in our own ship with a rifle.
Well, also one of the good and/or bad things about this, at least for Sven's sake, is that his laser rifle doesn't have armor penetrating capabilities like some of the other weapons that some other crew members have.
Winston, just go to the armory and grab a rocket launcher and shoot it. That's all.
I'm afraid that's going to make a bit bigger hole than I intend.
Okay, so your laser rifle is designed to basically scorch or blast basically a palm-sized area, from what I understand.
I'm back.
It's limited by your weapon's thermal cycle. It's not designed to deliver continuous industrial cutting power. The starship hull plating is about 10 centimeters thick within the area that you'd be firing at, and is basically designed to shrug off micrometeor impacts and limited sustained fire, and it conducts and dissipates heat very efficiently.
So I could go through the whole charge and not do anything. Make it very
Yes.
decorative, but that's about it.
Yeah, your laser rifle is not really listed as heavy ordnance.
Right.
But
Okay.
but here's the thing. Urien might not notice, so you can kind of judge Urien's expression now if you want to try. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna handle it this way. Sean, I want you to make a knowledge check for Urien right now.
Okay.
So this will be for gun combat, which you do not have the knowledge for, but you do have Jack of all trades 3. So this will be 2d6 plus 2. So this will be based off your education.
13.
Okay. Yeah, you know just looking at his gun straight away, and from what you know of this ship, there's no way in hell this is punching a hole through the hull. But if you want, you can kind of blank your face out and kind of make it look like you might be worried that it's a capability, or you can be, honest with him and say it's not.
Okay. Do I know he's trying to do that?
Would I have known that before I tried it, though?
Roll me for Sven. Yeah, that's a good question as well. We'll base this off of your gun combat energy. So it'll be 2d6 plus 2 for you. Actually, you didn't know that. You thought there might be an opportunity you could fire through the hull.
Okay. Well, I guess I go through several shots and get disappointed.
Can you kick the wall?
So as you fire the several shots, you are going to get through some of the internal walls. And hold on. Shipwide, as the ozone kind of burns and the scorch mark sizzles as the internal wall kind of bubbles away as you empty your battery, the fire alarm comes on.
Am I on the bridge now? Have I had time to get dressed?
Yeah. Let's say you have your morning cup of coffee and the fire alarm goes off. The automated systems gives warning that there is a fire in the cargo bay, and the automatic fire suppression systems will activate in 10 seconds.
Okay, Urien, I want you to go to the intercom and announce that you need assistance in the cargo bay.
Okay. All right. I'll do that. I'll go to the intercom and be like, "Hey,
Okay, so as you activate the intercom, there is this noise as foam just shoots from all corners of the cargo bay and just starts to cover all of the surfaces, including both you and Sven.
Hey, could I get some assistance in the cargo bay, please?"
Please state the nature of your emergency.
Yeah,
Andrew's a 911 dispatcher.
yeah. Sven shot the hull with a gun, and then it caused a fire. And now we're being covered in foam. He told me to call.
I'm gonna stare at Andrew, just with a what the fuck look on my face.
And Monty, Sharky would have heard this as well because this alarm was shipwide.
Sharky turns off the comms at what the bridge. Just flicks the switch off.
I just want to say I did what you told me to. You said call for help. You didn't say not say you didn't shoot the ship.
Yeah. I'll be painting the inside of the ship for next couple of days, probably. Okay, how about any of the others? Any of the others come?
Well, at the moment, the cargo bay is just kind of coated in foam. After a couple of minutes, um, kind of from the airlock, you see Barbie start to walk towards you, and then she stops at the opening of the airlock as she just sees everything is covered in foam. And just silently, she just turns her heels and walks back into the bloody elf.
I'm gonna yell out foam fight and throw foam at her.
You're gonna try to throw foam at her, and yell.
Yell out foam fight.
Okay, roll me 2d6 minus 1.
I had just written in my command log from last week how intrepid this crew is and how much faith I had in them.
Okay, so she will dodge, and it will just miss her. And
Okay.
she just turns around, her eyes open wide, and then she narrows her eyes at you, points just her index finger at you, and says, "No! Down!" And then turns around and walks back into your ship.
Okay. Does it hit George?
No, she's not even
The
there.
foam.
No,
I don't think George is
it,
there.
It was just Barbie who was going back into the cargo bay for some reason, but when she saw what was there, she didn't want any part of it.
Can he actually sit down from how forceful that no was and sit?
Sure, you land with a squelching noise in the foam.
Okay.
As you kind of wait there, little cleaning robots begin to emerge from the walls, and they start to kind of clean up the foam.
Well, at least that part of the ship works.
Yeah. Was this the team building exercise you wanted me to do?
Okay, so what did we learn from this? Other than you can't shoot through the hole.
That that causing a fire is bad.
We hopefully already knew that. We just didn't plan on experimenting on it. No, the
You would
point
hope
was
that, wouldn't you?
See,
I'm imagining, as you said, causing a fire is bad, Sean. You just recalled all the times you burnt people alive.
Right.
You might
fortunately, I don't know
maybe
that
maybe
part.
keep that part to yourself. By the way,
Yeah.
Well, did you notice that nobody came to help with anything?
Oh yeah. That should probably be rectified, right? Because if nobody helps.
Well, the thing that we've got to work on is we've got to figure out how to get them to feel comfortable with you, and they have to build their trust in you. It's not a fact of you building trust in them. They've got to figure out how to build their trust in you. And the way to do that is to make sure that they understand you're part of the team. You're not going to do something weird like pop up into their bedroom and watch them all night long. That wouldn't go over very well.
or throw a foam snowball at them.
Oh, gotcha.
So I want you to think about what can be done to help them build their own trust in you, not you trying to force it.
Maybe having a meet and greet.
Everybody's met you by now.
Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe
I've
just
got a plan I've still got to talk over with the captain and the first officer, but I want you to think about what you could do on your own.
maybe just doing things normally.
Normally according to their expectations, not yours.
Okay, so no using my powers around people.
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
At this point, Dr. Jin,
This is cute.
it's gonna come down. The foam has been cleared up a little bit, but you guys are still kind of covered. and he kind of enters. He kind of looks at you two and says, "So I heard the alarm, and the alarm went turned back off. I assume that's the fire suppressant foam that's on you all?
Yeah, we started a fire down here. It was fun.
Yeah, please, both of you come to the infirmary. That material is highly carcinogenic."
Oh,
Good,
okay.
good job, Wenton. You gave everyone cancer.
Yeah, this did not go as planned.
I absolutely understand the message you were trying, but the mechanics of this was just damned from the start.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
This is the perfect example of plans not surviving first contact with reality.
I'll be honest. I don't know what we learned here today.
We did
I
learn
think
what we're
Sven
supposed to-
should still act like he said something amazingly profound.
Right.
I'm still surprised Sven didn't use this as an example of see what happens when you go off half cocked and you don't think it through.
No, it was fully cocked. That was the problem.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, you're both in the medical bay at this point. Dr. Jean is examining you both, and he will give you both a few injections as you are there. All right, this should counteract any of the negative effects from the foam that you had. Mr. Ricarth, I didn't recall seeing you on the schedule to coming on board today.
Oh, yeah. It's because I teleported to Urien's room last night to watch him sleep, so nothing bad happened to him. And nothing did bad happen to him. So therefore, that must mean me watching him meant nothing bad happened to him.
I see. And
Makes sense to me.
is this something that you picked up during your time as an operative for the Darien people?
No, I was just talking to Vim, and Vim said, "Hey, if building trust and friendship, sometimes you need to do stuff for people." And I was like, "What better way to do stuff for someone than to make sure they don't get hurt when they're,
But what
acting
would
as harm?"
what would the captain have been hurt by? We are isolated right now. It sounds like you did it more for you than for the captain.
I mean, little column A, little column B, I guess.
Speaking of which,
So what you're saying is that it's all Vim's fault.
Yes.
I like how Urien's trying to throw Vim under the bus.
Urien's starting to see where Slims is coming from.
He's actually not trying to throw Vim under the bus at all. He's just giving a frame of reference, I guess.
Dr. Jean will say, yes, I also have noticed on my logs the captain has instructed you to attend weekly counseling sessions with me, and it's good that both of you are here at the same time because I would require the presence of at least one other officer with me while I conduct the sessions. Do I have your consent, Urien?
Yeah, for sure.
I only ask this because, generally speaking, most sessions where we would talk about psychological and psychiatric matters would generally be private. But we do have some extraordinary circumstances in your case.
Right, I got it. I scare people. I get it.
Though I would note that, if we did have any anti-psionic measures, such as devices that could do an anti-psionic field locally, it would issue the need for you to have someone with you. But unfortunately, we don't have any of those aboard.
For now.
I appreciate you being honest with me, but you don't have to worry about me though, Doc. I'm not gonna do anything to anyone here.
That's good. Well, we'll have to make sure we keep up that attitude going forward. How about tomorrow at 4 p.m. ship's time.
Oh, okay. Not today then. Right now. Sure, that sounds good. Tomorrow.
I'd rather you clean up a bit. You still have foam around your ears.
Okay. Is there like a shower thing in here or no? Luna. I mean, sorry, Richard.
There are showers aboard the staterooms. I'm sure that Sven could either allow you access to his shower, or you could go back to your ship and shower.
You could just go home.
Yeah, that's true. I guess he'll go home. I guess he'll go back to his ship and shower.
Okay. So you are on day 4 right now. Who is operating the sensors for the morning? Was it Sharky last time?
Yeah. Can you remind me what Urien? What is Urien's sensor role without his suit?
Well, Urien is also probably pretty tired right
Oh,
now.
right,
So he's
yeah.
probably going to bed since he stayed up all night.
Well,
I think
actually, you know what? Hold on a second. That would not excuse you from duty.
Duty.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that sucks personally for Urien, but that wouldn't excuse that wouldn't get you off of your duty shift.
Oh, that's fine. He's probably used to staying up at night a lot.
So because he usually does the nighttime role, so you're going to make him stay up for a few extra shifts.
Hold on a second. Right now, is it day or night?
It's day.
It's okay.
He usually does the night.
So he was in my room watching me instead of doing the sensor rolls.
He did a sensor roll and then he teleported over.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's fine. Good to go back to your ship and be ready to work when you're supposed to.
Will do.
Well,
Alright,
then in
so
this case, I think it
for-
was me or Andrew that was doing sensor rolls.
Andrew would be 2d6 plus 1. And yes, that's better than you and Sharky. Let me see for Sharky. Oh no, Sharky doesn't have the skill in it.
What is Vim's sensor? Oh, he was on night shift. He's probably sleeping.
Yes, he's
Okay.
asleep right now. So yep, 2d6 plus 1.
For who?
For Andrew.
Andrew.
Yes, sorry, one moment. I had not logged in because get her. Let me just 2d6 1. 10.
So you detect a vessel has entered into your sensor range and is proceeding into the hidden depot, into the field of
Contact.
fuel cells and everything.
Contact bearing whatever the appropriate bearing would be.
Wherever the fuck they are.
With that roll, you are able to tell that it looks to be a 400-ton modified free trader.
It's 400-ton modified free trader. Bearing as appropriate, range as appropriate.
It appears to be heading towards a section of the of this kind of like fuel depot field about 200 kilometers away.
Bearing 200k out. Atlanta, what would you like to do?
Let's leave it be unless he starts coming sniffing this way. He's probably just here to get gas.
We will continue to keep an eye on the situation throughout the shift. Can we contact Atlanta, do you wish to contact Misery's company and
No, I think they're currently engaged in stealth operations. I think that Krish probably doesn't want us contacting him unless it's necessary, right?
I
Well,
forget.
you could potentially give away his position. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he sees it.
Then we will, like I said, we will continue to watch and remain quiet. And we initiate a, like I said, just hang out and wait for
Do
Okay.
do we have a status update, by the way, on the refit?
So far, the refit is continuing on. Let me make the roll for day 4. It's still continuing on schedule.
The 7-day schedule or the 14-day schedule?
Oh, right now, they're still going about the 7-day schedule, so they're giving you a report that they're about halfway done.
All right. Perfect.
Okay,
keep,
so
keep a weather eye on this contact.
yeah, so about it stays there for about 7 hours, and then you can see on the screens it detaches from the fuel that it being connected to and starts to make a burnout.
Away from us?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no diameter here, so it can leave whenever it wants to, right?
Presumably whenever they've finished their calculations. There are some ships that like to make sure that they have the kind of like right momentum and they're pointed in the right direction for when they enter in system.
I'm just saying there's no planet here, so there's no diameter limit.
Yes.
That's good to know, actually.
And then 1 hour later, you will see they disappear from your screens.
Presumably we detect their jump?
Yes.
Okay, well, then I report to the captain that the modified free trader has left the system.
Great.
All right, so getting to the night shift, Urien, you are awake again, clean now.
I want to. By the way, I want to grab Vim as we're ships passing in the night on our shifts.
He'll salute you and say, "Sir, permission to relieve you of duty, sir."
Granted. And I wanted to have just a quick word. I heard that you had a couple of members of the crew questioning a call that you made last night.
Nothing that I wanted to report to you initially, sir. Something that I wanted to try to handle between us.
Good. I think you handled it. I think you handled it well. But I want you to remember that when you're in command, you don't have to explain yourself. And when you make the call, you make the call.
Yes, sir. It is a little odd at times to make an order to someone over twice my age, but it is something that I will try to acclimate myself to.
You're doing a great job. Also, you're going to hear
Thank
something
you,
about Sven shooting the cargo hold and an elf appearing in my room. Nothing to worry about, but yeah.
A what appearing in your what?
Yeah, this might be the first time Andrew's heard of it.
That's what I said. A what appearing in your what?
I imagine this would come up. I was also going to wait for Sven to come to the bridge so I could give him his shit. Which I would not do publicly, but I would. It would definitely be a me leaning towards Sven and saying, "Tell me you didn't fire a weapon in our cargo hold."
It would
Sven
be
took a
funny
shower
if
and
it-
went right back to bed. Although by now he's back up, just wandering the ship, like, "What the hell am I in for?"
Yeah, I imagine that I certainly would have told Andrew about. Yeah.
Could have came up by the 8 hours that we were
Yeah.
sitting here.
I don't think I would have been in a hurry to tell anyone else, so I probably just would have.
Okay. Can I get note to self: I need a motion detector.
A motion detector. Okay.
Yes. If he's gonna, because yes, I definitely need a motion detector.
Yeah, I'm hoping you won't need it. By the way, we talked to
I
him, but yeah.
I don't care. There, Captain. May I walk with you?
Yes.
Oh, but before you go, Vim says, and kind of raises his hand. I was kind of awoken by that alarm earlier, and I saw that the fire suppression system went off in the cargo bay.
Yeah, it was a training exercise gone wrong.
Well, I did go to the effort of looking through the ship systems, and unfortunately, that did deplete the fire suppression system for the cargo bay, the foam.
Shit. Okay.
What do we need to do to replace it?
Well, we could. Really, this is something that we would get at a shipyard or a star yard or something.
Yeah.
Or a starport.
Does Krish's depot have anything we could replenish it with?
From my understanding, this is largely just meant as a fuel storage, so I'm not sure if we'll find the precise chemicals that the ship utilizes for fire suppression here.
Is there anything in the cargo hold that is, at present, particularly flammable?
We do have the starship fuel aboard. We have
in the cargo hold?
actual atmosphere itself. Not in the cargo hold, but adjacent, sir. But I don't believe we have anything in the way of actual supplies we are currently hauling, so it's largely empty.
So, well, that's
Okay, so no fires in the cargo hold.
recommended to vent the hold. Should we vent the hold so that if the hold is empty, we could depressurize the hold and require vac suit operations from that point forward?
If there was a fire, you mean?
I mean, as a matter
Preventatively.
as a matter of course, or in matter of temporary measures, because
Do we not have any other means of like a damage response team or anything to put it out? Like we couldn't send George with buckets of water in there?
that's not how. I think the best thing to do would be to not to vent it in the case of an emergency. We could vent it, but we would have to make sure that it was free of personnel when we did so.
All right.
So
For the time being, let's make sure we're not storing anything in the cargo hold that is flammable, and notify the crew also to use caution when moving through the cargo hold.
Vim snaps you a salute. Sir, yes, sir. Also, I did make the preliminary calculations for how much it will cost to replace the fuel, the foam.
How much is it?
And he hands you a pad.
Oh.
800,000 credits.
What?
It's a specialized tech level 15 material, so it tends to be fairly pricey, sir.
Okay. Give me an update. By the next shift, let's take a look at what we have in the ship, the general fund. I don't think we have 800 grand.
Yes, sir. And yeah, so you're leaving now with Andrew, right?
Yeah.
Sven, you said you were going around the hall, so you might possibly spot Sven stalking the halls. Wait, hold on. Let me just roll a D100 for this. Yeah, so as you're leaving, you will catch, like, the back of Sven's leg as he turns a corner ahead of you.
I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna let him. Sven knows what he did.
Sven knows what he did. Is Sven a vlogger?
No, he's human, or
Oh.
Nice.
whatever he is. He's just a
Oh.
dude.
Soleimani.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I think Sven is a
Salamani.
vlogger.
No, it's Sparky.
No,
is.
that's right. Okay.
Sharky Sparks.
Oh yeah, Sharky.
So I have a question then. Would it be racist then if
Probably.
like, a vlogger does something bad if you say bad dog?
Oh, we went over this
If
last
you
week. I
had to
thought.
ask that question, the answer is yes. Like
Also, I
100%
I
of
feel
the
like I
time.
asked a very similar question last week.
Oh, I guess I forgot. Sorry.
It was also a little racist then too.
Yes.
All right, Andrew, what's on your mind?
Gotta- Well, theoretically, Captain, have you have you had any scans from the doctor since this week?
Not since the. Well, because I know that Jin ordered us all to do like weekly scans or whatever. Have I had mine yet?
You haven't reported in yet, no.
I have not yet. But I'm supposed to get them once a week, I think, or at some interval.
Well, I would highly recommend. I think something. This is.
Should
I
this
am,
should this conversation be taking place in my quarters? Probably not in the hallway.
Do you trust the integrity of your quarters?
I
At this point in time?
I suppose. Yeah, should we go to your quarters?
Sure.
Do I have a reason not to trust the integrity of my quarters?
Well,
Just do it
Urien.
for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, are you asking? Are you asking because you're alarmed about the Urien thing, or is this something else?
No,
Well, actually,
you did have. She would say you did have an intruder in your quarter for 8 hours. Do you feel confident that he didn't leave anything?
just as a reminder, I believe it was April through Andrew that had the character that was the only one who actually recognized Darien Tech and actually knew something about their culture. So just to keep that in mind.
I asked the question.
What was the question? Can you ask it again?
Like I said, do you trust the integrity of your quarters, or maybe we should be having this conversation somewhere else?
Let's go to your place. I don't think I've seen your quarters yet.
Okay, so you two proceed to Andrew's quarters, and April, you can describe what they're like.
Where did I put that?
Are there Hello
I don't know.
Kitty posters everywhere? Can there be Hello Kitty
No.
poster? Oh, okay.
No, I have notes. I have specific notes
Oh, okay.
that I gave to Richard yesterday.
There are specific notes everywhere.
I did prep this. So let me 1 second, please.
We can wait.
Find my notes that I sent to Richard, and I will read.
Personally, I love Billiam's grow lab that he made in his room. Just he has like his freaking jungle in there.
It's like
Yeah.
what's his name from The Last of Us?
It looks so. We have the 4 officer staterooms that are yours and mine, and then the 2 that belong to the other 2 principals. So her room, in layout, looks very very similar to your own stateroom.
Okay.
Overall, the room is organized, clean, and freshened, and lacking in major sense of air femininity. One might say, much like the XO herself. Overall, it appears she's left the stateroom much the way she found it, perhaps reflective of an adult life spent moving from berth to berth, barrack to barrack, sharing spaces unknown with other self-mounts on a variety of ships and stations. Did she consider this room just another long line of postings, or had she become set in her ways in middle age? Such cannot be determined by inspection alone. Her suit is stored away in the space provided, probably out of casual view of casual observer. The key exception to the room would be the small, simple horizontal sword stand, made some of dark faux wood material, sitting atop the table. The arc rapier grins immaculately from the top post of the stands, with its equally immaculate scabbard below. Also on the desk would be a couple of holographic picture cubes, one a low-quality rendering of the floating city. Looks like maybe something that you would pick up in a gift shop. And then the second shows a gangly teenager in the Drinaxian merchant uniform, so says it probably squeaks. A few strands of red hair spilling out of the cap, and the eager, youthful smile on her young face. Standing right behind the woman is a well-dressed, by the standards of commoners, rather striking, tallest auburn-haired woman in dress and heels, and her dark-haired, her smile genuine yet subdued, and a dark mustachioed man in a blue suit, whose expression all but screams proud papa. The conclusion should be easily enough to draw. Andrew and her parents before leaving on her first term at age 18. So she shuts the door, and she just kind of, Captain, I want to inform you of something that happened that I have just recently been made aware of. I thought about everything that's happened to us lately, and I did not want to keep you in the dark about this. I considered the possibility of plausible deniability, but I think that you need to know.
Okay, now I'm a little worried.
Something happened to me while we were on the space station. I had the doctor do a deep scan last week, and something happened to me that I forget something in my memories while I was on the ship, while I was on the station, was altered. The doctor has the full details of the scan, and for some reason, I became psionically awakened. And I want you to know, because you're my captain and everything that's gone on.
This happened on the station where we found Krish?
No, during the Richard, help.
Oh, during the dragon thing.
When you found the shipyard.
Oh, right. Okay, right. So none of us. I gotcha. Okay, so your memory lapse. You're referring to the memory lapse we all kind of have.
Except, like I said, we're not aware we have the memory lapse.
Okay, I understand. Do you know how? I guess how powerful the ability is?
I was told childish.
Oh.
But by standards of any capability of certainly less than Urien, and probably because it happened to me, within the last, at age 34, at age 34 instead of age 18. So.
Does Jin know how it happened?
He has no idea how it happened.
So we found the shipyard. Hold on, let me make sure I understand this. So Andrew knows that she had a lapse in memory.
I don't know that I have a lapse in memory. I know that I had a scan, and my memories during the time on the shipyard were altered.
Oh. Okay, so I'm more concerned about that than I am your psionic abilities.
So I think from my notes, what Dr. Jim would have told you was that there's evidence of some memories being altered, and that from the timeline that he can detect of your previous scans, that the psionic ability would have awakened around that same time period as you discovering the shipyard.
Yes.
He didn't. He didn't necessarily say that your memories were altered during that same time, though.
But we know for a fact that her memories were altered, though.
That's
Some
what
point.
the doctor said.
Well, that's kind of insane. I mean, regardless of what we were doing, the alterations to your memory would have happened while you were serving on the ship. During one of our adventures. I mean, so Jin thinks it was around the shipyard. This was before we met Urien, so we know it's not him.
Note that the psionic abilities awakened during the time of the shipyard.
Oh, well, when does Jin think that your memories were altered?
He doesn't have a specific timestamp for that.
Okay. Okay, when you joined when was your first appointment with Jin? When was the first time you saw him? Like, when was your first scan with him?
We were on Blue, and you were still in the hospital, and you were still... I don't know, I think I met him while you guys were still in the hospital.
And this is when you learned of your memory?
No, the scan... My first scan was during the...
I believe you got the upgraded, suite when you returned to Drinax. He managed to kind of fix that up right before you kind of went on this bigger adventure for the shipyards.
No, I'm sorry. Are you talking about my first... The scan that revealed this happened last week while we were in jump space. A couple of days ago, basically a week ago at this point.
Okay, so you discovered the memory lapse a week ago.
We discovered the scan a week ago, yes.
Okay. And did you have any previous scans where a problem with your memory wasn't detected? When was the last scan that you had where your memory was deemed to be normal?
I don't know. This is the first time I'd had a scan.
Like, you didn't have like an intake. Well, I guess we kind of picked Jen up on our way, didn't we? So you wouldn't have had an exam when you came aboard.
No, we picked him up after I had got out of the hospital, and then we transferred your care and Ganimakur's care to Dr. Jean. So that was... I don't know that I've had so much as
In April, just as a notation, from the session that we kind of had about this, he kind of, after detecting the irregularities about the psionics, did like a much more in-depth scan immediately after, which is when he was able to find some more clues about potential memory alteration.
Okay, well, I would explain that to Nicola.
I mean, do you feel okay?
I feel fine. I've been studying some things that the doctor gave me about the nature of ability and telepathy, and most importantly, the ability to guard my own mind. But I am still in the process of working through those things.
Okay. Well, as far as I'm concerned, your psionic abilities aren't my business, and it's not the crew's business. I trust you, and that's as far as we need to take the subject of your abilities.
I just struggled with what I should and should not tell you.
Well, I appreciate you finally erring on the side of telling me, because it's good to know, but like this isn't a situation with Urien. I in no way feel unsafe around you, so it's that's fine. And who you tell and who you don't tell is, I mean, I'm not going to say anything to any other members of the crew. What is concerning to me is that it would appear at some point that your memories were altered, and now I'm kind of wondering how many of the rest of us have similar things.
I would consider having scheduling a scan with the doctor for yourself as soon as possible, and comparing having him compare the passage of time.
He should have plenty of data on me. I mean, I think he's treated me.
Yes, but you haven't had the same kind of.
Yeah, I guess he wouldn't have a baseline to. I'm finding it difficult to construct a timeline of when exactly this would have happened to you.
Well, it would have happened. Like I said, the memories appear to be related to the time that the two of us were on the shipyard.
Okay.
I mean, that is the period of time that appears to be messed with. And only you were there. And I were there. And Flems and as far as, the original four of us. And
Oh, right.
The
Yeah.
rest of the base crew. Sharky came later. Urien came later.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'll go see Jen right now, I guess. The question is, like, I mean, what do we do if I find out that my memory also was altered?
Hey,
My impulse would be nothing.
I don't know if I can accept that.
That was one of the reasons I waited to tell you.
Like, you're not curious about what happened?
She pauses for a moment. I am curious about what happened, but at the same time, I am wondering if there is. What? I don't know. I am afraid.
Right. Well, you are now heading to the doctor's, right?
Yeah.
Daniel?
Yeah. I'm gonna go straight there.
Okay. So the next shift is starting, and I believe, Monty, you said Sharky, because of getting more well rested with the tea, was doing kind of like split shifts, the same as Sven, right?
I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick,
Yes.
by the way.
Okay, so getting onto the bridge again, you kind of notice when Sven gets to the bridge, it looks like he's freshly showered. And he'll probably smell a bit clean, but he does have a weird kind of like chemically smell to him
Mm-hmm.
at the same time. And I guess Urien at this point is going to be on board his ship. Can you make me a sensors roll for Urien, Sean? Sean. Sean. Sean.
Sorry, I rambled.
All right.
Alicia.
Well, it seems Urien might be sleeping in. So let's see. Does Sven?
Yeah, he said be right back, so he must have stepped away a second.
Gotcha. Uh, I just close? Whose sheet did I just close? Okluna's. Okay. Okay, so
Sven can try, but he doesn't have any skill at it.
yes, that is the issue. All right. So there is Vim, who, when not getting a response from Urien, will attempt to do a sensor roll of his own. Oh. Vim says, Bridge, I am detecting an incoming vessel. A yacht of some sort. It's not on any of the registries that I have in the ship.
Hold on a second. Sorry, I went to the bathroom. Isn't Vim's in command, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he tried contacting Urien to do his active scans, but Urien didn't respond, so Vim did it himself.
Oh, is that because I think Sean also went to the bathroom.
Yes.
Okay.
So I just rolled with it.
Okay. And who is he contacting to report this to?
He's basically telling the other members of the people who are on the bridge right now. So that's Sharky and Sven.
Okay.
The vessel, from my perspective, as a yacht, doesn't seem to be a potential danger, but it doesn't have a registry, which is odd. Very odd.
We are at a pirate bay.
Even still, most ships do have a registry or a fake registry that they signal out. To have none is almost an impossibility.
What's the ship's course?
It appears to be heading through the field. He tries to contact Urien again.
Sean, are you back yet?
Nope.
That sounds like a no.
Urien's probably jerking off.
With
like,
his
well,
mind.
With his mind.
I would have asked our new crew member to possibly use his abilities to maybe detect what is over there.
Who do you mean?
Urien.
Oh.
Okay, so...
Well, Sean, you're really fucking us here, man.
While we wait a couple minutes for that,
Not going anywhere. It's
Yeah.
only spin-
the Dr. Jin is still at his office. It looks like he's kind of wrapping up for the night when you come in, Ukluna.
Doctor?
Captain? How may I help you?
Well, I just had a conversation with Andrew, and I think I'm at least up to speed on a couple of sensitive issues that she may have talked to you about.
In what regard?
Well, her psionic abilities, but more to the point of why I'm here, her altered memory.
Yes, there is potential signs of that, though it was quite deep-seated. If I hadn't detected the emergence of psionic potential, I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. Are you here for your scan?
Yeah, and I would very much like to know if my memory has been altered.
Well, let me see. Please sit down, Captain. This might take several hours.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Oh, also, by the way, I did manage to get Urien to sign up for his first session with me tomorrow.
Well, that's great. Good luck with that.
I'm back.
Okay. Well, yep. So that's going to take several hours for Ukluna. So Urien, you've been kind of napping on your chair, and as you kind of snort awake, you can hear a beeping, and you look down, and it looks like, for the past few minutes, Vim has been trying to reach you.
Oh, okay. I'll open it and be like, "Oh, hey, Vim, how you doing?"
Mr. Ricarth, I request that you stay awake during your shift. There have been matters that have come to my attention. There is a ship that came in, system, the yacht, on my scanners. I'm going to forward you the information.
Oh, okay, sounds good. What type of yacht?
Right. Well, here's the thing. It has no registration, which is very odd. I don't want to potentially spook the vessel. Would you possibly use your abilities to see if you could garner us more information? I don't want to possibly endanger us by making us seem like we might be hostile.
Oh, you want me to scan them?
Well,
With your mind.
can you potentially do that with your mind?
How far away are they?
With At their current course, they would come within about 4 kilometers. Sorry. Hold on. About yep, 4 kilometers in about 5 hours.
Okay. Is there anything I can do, Richard, to do that? What he's asking me?
Uh, you'd be able to do life detection once it's within 5 kilometers.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I could do life detection once we're within 5 kilometers.
Excellent. Yes, please do that when it comes within the distance.
Okay, but all it's gonna do is just tell me how many people are on the ship. It's not gonna like give me anything about like what type of ship it is or what they are.
Well, are you able to detect the species of the individuals?
I don't think I can do that, right? It's just how many leftovers are aboard, Richard.
No, it would tell you about the what sort are on there.
Yeah, yeah, it tells me the sort of it'll tell me that. Sure.
Good, that would garner us more information.
Oh, okay,
Thank
cool.
thank you, Mr. Ricard.
Yeah.
Vim out.
Also, you can just call me Yuri. You don't need to call me Mr. Ricard.
Oh, he already hung up.
He hung up.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm
Gotten
gonna call him
enough.
back.
This is a boring conversation anyway.
You've gotten
Luke,
him
we're about
enough.
to have company.
When you try calling him back, Vim on the captain's chair kind of sighs, and he turns towards Sharky and says, Mr. Sparks, can you please handle this? I'm going to go use the restroom. And he forwards the message to your console.
See, Urien even scares the shit out of him.
Is it just me or is him acting more mature recently? He seems like less gung ho about things.
We get a pep talk.
He got
He
pep
almost
talk.
got everyone killed a couple times.
Okay.
That was
So,
a
yeah,
long time. That was a year ago. Let it go.
So Monty, Sharky's getting the call on his station now.
Okay. I pick it up.
Oh, hey Sparky, how you doing?
Sparky.
Uh,
Oh, Sharky, sorry. Hey Sharky, how you doing?
Yeah. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Trying to reach Vim, but you know what? You're just as good. You know that?
Just as good as a human. Thank you for this compliment, Elf.
Well, I meant, just as good as someone to talk to.
Okay. We're talking. Yeah. This is a successful conversation. Is it almost over?
I mean, actually, I have a question for you. And I feel
hope I
like,
have an answer.
I feel like with your, I feel like, you're a pretty honest person. And I was hoping to get some of that honesty.
Shoot.
So I know a lot of the crew is kind of scared of me and what I can do, and
Oh yeah.
I don't really want them to be scared of me. So,
You,
like, what would be the best way to make them to not have them be scared of me?
have you thought of leaving? I mean, have you thought of giving them some 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 space?
Yeah, I mean, I could do that.
Has anyone told you this yet?
Sven kind of did about just acting normal, but I'm always looking for more information on it.
I get it. Yes, Sven's really good at space. We've been bunking together for a couple weeks now, and we haven't said a single word to each other.
Oh, nice. Well, hey, you know what? Maybe the next time we both have like some free time, maybe me and you and Sven could talk about
We
this.
we we could all practice not speaking to each other. That sounds lovely.
Well, I meant hanging out and stuff.
Oh yeah, we could do that too. Yep, app, sure,
All right,
maybe.
cool. You're really easy to talk to, Sparky. I wouldn't mind talking to you more often.
Um, we could we could schedule something. I'm very busy as pilot. Flying around uh everywhere all the time, like all the time.
At what point does Sven have to make a roll to make sure he doesn't just die laughing?
You can
Also,
hold him for,
did Sven pick up the fact that Urien said his name wrong?
several times now.
But his name's Sharky Sparks, right?
Yeah, you've called him Sparky like 4 times.
Oh, I know I did it the first time, but actually, maybe that's why he thinks he's called Sparky because he hears Sharky, but he knows his last name is Sparks, so he calls him Sparky.
Yeah, I think I accidentally called him Sparky earlier too.
I think we all have at some point.
But yeah,
So yeah, roll 2d6 for Sven, just for shits and giggles now.
getting and giggling at the same time.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah. So right behind you, Sharky, you can just hear like Sven just snickering. And like if you kind of turn and look at him, he's like barely holding it together. He's like beating his console with his hand.
Sharky puts the comms on mute, and he says to no one, "I see the non-communication continues." And then he unmutes. All right there, Elf. I gotta get back to doing the thing I was doing uh before this, and it's gonna take the rest of the night. So you have yourself a good one.
Oh, okay. Also, you don't have to call me Alf. You can call me Urien.
All right, Muriel. You have a good one. Click.
All right, you too, Sparky. Bye.
And that's the end of it for Sven.
Wow, man, we are really
I
really
like to
vibing as a
imagine that-
crew, aren't we?
I like to
Yeah.
imagine that Sharky and Sven at this point are just still in stone-faced silence next to each other as the only two people on the bridge.
As I realize, oh shit, they have to hang out with Urien next time they're on leave.
What did
Well,
I
no,
just agree to?
I suppose we'll find out when it happens.
Ah, it speaks.
All right, and at this point, Vim comes back onto the bridge. And is like, "Oh, good, the call's over. Excellent. Good,
Sir,
good job,
kid,
Mr. Sparks.
little boy, buddy. I don't know what to call you. Don't ever leave again.
I apologize there, Mr. Sparks, but sometimes even senior officers have to use the facilities."
All right. Well, my Mima, she's got these underwears to where she don't have to go anywhere to go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you should look into that for the next shift.
Maybe I should. Oh, And it's good that you're here, Sven. I forwarded to the captain the cost of your adventure for this morning.
Yeah, I'm
Misadventure.
sure that went over just really well, didn't it?
Yes, he wasn't aware of how much the fire suppressant foam actually cost.
I'm going to be cleaning the decks for a long time, aren't I?
Well, it just amounts to 800,000 credits.
Oh, is that all? Okay. I should have that
Well,
paid
I'm
off
sure the
by the
captain
time I'm,
has some sort of
800 years old.
yeah. He might have some sort of payment schedule that he might have for you.
We'll figure that out when we get to it.
All right, and at this point, oh wow, okay. It's been several hours. This is going to be before Urien can do the scan. You finish up with Dr. Jin, and he's looking at your readings. And he says, interesting.
Are you playing coy, Doctor, or do you just want to come out and say it?
There is evidence in your scan at some point of psionic intervention in your mind.
Motherfucker.
It seems, I mean, I'll have to be honest with you, Captain. I'm from the Zidani consulate. I've dealt with people who have had intrusions from crimes and whatnot, but in all honesty, I've never seen something like this. Whoever did this was supremely powerful to the point where they almost left no sign.
You don't think it was Urien?
Actually, Urien is one of the only individuals that I have encountered that I think might have the capability of doing this. What he did to Red Thane was much more of like a hammer. This was more of a scalpel, but from what I see, strength-wise and ability-wise, Urien might have this capability, yes.
I'm not buying it, though. If I remember correctly, Andrew told me that the time frame of her memory issue would have lined up with our mission aboard the shipyard.
Well, she has no memory of when her psionic abilities activated. With what I have on the scans, and well, considering what previous data that I have from you all wasn't exactly geared towards finding this, it's hard for me to pinpoint a time. It becomes easier when I have a series of scans to then directly compare to. If a change suddenly appears.
Well, I don't...
But from what I can tell, it seems to be a direct manipulation of memory. Much akin to an older technology in which films and other entertainment programs were recorded with a series of still images, and then editors were able to simply clip out little pieces and then stitch them back together, except this has been done expertly.
Okay. Okay. What were the personnel that was involved in that mission?
So far,
Who would have been on the ship at that point?
Well, myself, you, Andrew, Ganny McCore, George,
Slems would have been
Billiam.
there.
So Slems, Billiam, Barbie, George, Engineer, Leonard, and Veronica.
Okay. We don't have time to do this now. We've been at condition yellow for days, and the crew needs as much rest as they can get when they're not working. The next time we're in jump space, I want the same test done on every member of the crew, regardless of if they were serving when that mission took place. And what I will predict, and I figure you being a man of science, you might appreciate this, a novel testable prediction will be that you will find similar things only on the members of the crew that were here at the same time.
All right, we will test out your hypothesis.
I don't know what we do
And-
if it's true, but I don't know. I guess we'll talk about it when we have more data.
Of course, Captain. And I would suggest you head to bed now. You are showing signs of, of being quite tired.
Yeah, I'm tired as fuck. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Doctor.
Yes.
And
Oh,
now
and,
I'll go. Okay.
And now that I have a baseline, if you do have any more nocturnal visitors, I'll be able to easily tell if there's been changes that have happened. Be aware that psionic intrusions can be more easily done while the subject is unconscious.
Yeah, I know, and perhaps this is exactly what I would say if I were under psionic influence, I suppose. But I mean, we'll both agree. I think Urien is unstable and kind of psychotic, but there's a part of me that believes that he is just trying to belong somewhere. And I think there might even be a part of him that wants to do well by us.
Dr. Jin nods, and I hope that is true.
Yeah,
I
me
hope
too.
that-
Because if it's not true, I don't know really what to do with him anyway.
And I hope that is not a belief that has been inserted into you.
Yeah. Well,
Good night, Captain.
have a good night. I suppose I'll sleep really well thinking about that.
Hey, hey, Rich, I have a question for you.
Yes, and then you can do your roll for the life detection.
Okay, so are the psychic dragons from that planet? Is Urien just as powerful as them, or are they more powerful than Urien?
You have no idea.
Oh, okay.
What dragons?
Right.
I suppose Urien could attempt to delve deeply into one of the affected crew members' memories and attempt to figure out something.
Also, if Andrew asked, could he train Andrew in using her psionics or no?
I suppose he could. Yes, he is a very talented telepath. Whether or not Andrew would like to take instruction from Urien would be a different matter.
Or even tell Urien that is there.
Right, I know.
Yeah.
I was just curious if it was if we.
But at the moment, Urien is not aware that Andrew has any psionic abilities.
Right.
All right, so if you want to roll for me, the yacht has entered the 5-kilometer mark, so you can use your ability at this point.
It's 2d6 plus 2, right?
No, this is telepathy, so this is 2d6 plus 7.
Okay. 12.
Yeah. So you reach out, you detect everyone that is on board your own ship and on board the Ganny McCore, and as you reach out throughout space towards the yacht, you detect a bubble of nothingness surrounding the yacht. As you detect immediately that it is psionically shielded.
Okay. I'll radio Vim and tell him that.
What?
Hey, huh?
Okay, so you're radioing into Vim. Okay.
Yeah.
Vim will answer. Yes, Mr. Urien?
Hey,
Mr.
so
Ricard? Yes.
yeah, just Urien.
What is
Thanks. So scan the ship. And I can't scan it. It's psionically shielded.
Okay, Vim gets a little wide-eyed. So, wait, what does that mean?
It means it is. It means that I can't use my psionics on it. I couldn't teleport onto it even if I wanted to. And also, it could mean the people on board are also have anti-psionic stuff with them.
Roll 2d6 plus, what's your plus? Urien. 2d6 plus 4.
Okay.
Actually, not plus 6.
Oh, okay.
That'll be a 14.
Okay, yeah. Just want to leave it there then.
Okay.
So 14.
You, through your passive sensors, detect that right after you did that, the yacht has activated its own active sensors and scanned both you and the Ganima core.
Okay, I'll tell them that they're scanning us since I tried scanning with my mind.
And now, from your scanners, it is doing a massive full burn away from both of your vessels.
Yeah, they're leaving us alone, but I don't know. Maybe you might want to power up the guns just in case. Maybe.
Can you do another census roll?
Sure. 2d6 plus 6?
Yes.
12.
Okay. And roll me 2d6 plus 2.
10.
Okay. The ship disappears as it jumps away, and you detect its jump signature. But with the psionic shielding, the lack of the registry, and the fact that it was a fairly nondescript yacht, all those things are kind of par for the course for a Darien special arms operation.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll let them know that. Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. You know, it's just one of my people, I guess. It was a special arms thing, I suppose. Darien thing.
Is that typical operations for them?
Uh, yeah, kinda. You know, Darians are powerful in psionics, so it makes sense to be It makes sense to have anti-psionic stuff. That's kind of a shame. Would have been cool to say hi, maybe. But
Are we in any possible danger? Are you on good terms with them?
Potentially, to both.
Raising the alert level. Captain, to the bridge.
I will get out of bed after my 15 minutes of sleep. I will.
First officer too.
I will come onto the bridge and ask for a status report.
Captain, a unidentified yacht entered the system without any sort of registration and proceeded to enter the field. I asked Mr. Urien to use his abilities to possibly garner more information so we wouldn't spook them off with some of our own active sensors. Mr. Urien was not able to detect anything because they were shielded with anti-psionic fields. And then he deduced that it was a Darien special arms ship that apparently scanned both of us and then immediately decided to jump out of system without contacting either of us. When I asked Mr. Urien if he was on good terms with the Darien, he said maybe.
Get him on comms, please.
Oh, I'm already here, Captain.
All right, cut the bullshit. Are you in trouble with your people or no?
Potentially.
I said cut the bullshit though.
I am.
Either okay, so you are in trouble.
I mean, maybe if they remember me.
Okay, explain.
Okay. Well. Okay, so I'm a powerful psionic, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I was kind of abused when I was young to bring out my psionic abilities and whatnot like that. I kind of got sick of it, so I kind of erased the people's minds who were like, hey, the ones who did that to me, and then I left, taking the armor with me. So if they remember me, yeah, I might be in trouble, but if they don't, then I'm not in trouble.
Okay.
At this point, Bim will pipe up. Sir, according to the sensor data that was shared by Mr. Urien, they did active scans of both of our ships. They would have detected his armor.
All right. So we're in trouble. I need a status report on Urien's refit.
It's the middle of the night, so this is going to be at the start of day 5. Billiam is going to answer the comms. He's going to sound tired. He's like, what is it? What's going on? Why are there alarms again? Who set a fire again?
What's the status of the Bloody Elf refit?
We have at least a couple more days, barring any issues.
What's the quickest you could get it done?
Again, couple more days. We are working as fast as possible. I didn't give you any padding for my estimate.
All right. Urien, we are going to need shit. So even if they don't remember who you are, they're going to know that we have a Darien suit. And I also presume they might recognize your ship, right?
Oh, and you will probably recall at this point you had a conversation with the doctor because the doctor recognized his armor. And the doctor said to you that the type of armor that he has predated basically the Darien civilization and were originally made by the ancients themselves, and the Darien don't have the capabilities of making new ones. So each one of those suits are considered to be like priceless to their people.
Yeah. Okay, so they're coming back, and we're gonna have a problem. So, Urien, I need to know, how do we stack up in a fight against your other ships?
Well, if they send a whole fleet, not well. But I doubt they're going to send a whole fleet. They'll probably send another special ops team, which not well.
How fast?
You guys.
How fast for them to get here?
How fast for them to get here, Richard?
Why were they here in the first place? I mean, what?
Because of the nature of jump space itself, it would be a minimum of 2 weeks.
Honestly, I think it was just wrong place, wrong time. Like,
I don't believe in wrong place, wrong time. They were here at a pirate depot. I mean, how often do your people use unsanctioned, out in the middle of fucking nowhere pirate depots?
I don't know. Well, actually, would I know that, Richard, or no?
Well, you were special arms, so you generally did things
About
kind
to say,
of off the books anyway.
Yeah, you would also know stuff about their operating procedures, I would assume.
That's true.
We
Yeah.
also set off a huge alarm back at Palindrome.
What was that?
We clearly set off a huge alarm back at Palindrome.
Oh, fuck,
Remember,
you're
they know
right.
that
No, you're
you have
right.
a bionic person on board. They had the people left behind.
But they hate Darians though. Why would they tell the Darien, you know, government about this?
They could have seen this as a Darien intrusion.
Palindrome is an on the line system, so they don't specifically hate the Darien hegemony.
Gotcha. But yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we could probably take them, or I could probably take them.
You can't even do anything to their ships.
Yeah, but I could do stuff to them once they're on the ship.
Yeah,
I'm
but
on the ship.
I mean, they can do shit to us though, right?
Well, yeah, but you know,
Hey,
I
we
would
we
let
don't
them
at
do-
present have any protection against psionic abilities.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, your average Darien. How do they Are you all just about as powerful as you are?
No, I'm considered an anomaly.
Okay. So the average Darien that would find themselves in this special branch of your military, how powerful are they?
Uh, would they be like half of me, Richard, or
So,
less
so,
than me?
so generally speaking, the special arms branch is divided into three different areas, and yours specifically were trained to hunt psionics, and less than a quarter of the people who are part of that branch actually had psionic abilities. Most of them were just trained to hunt down psions and Zidani.
Okay, all right. I'll be like, okay, yeah. So
But telepathy wise, you always knew you were the strongest person. You were the one that always manipulated everyone else. You were the one that actually rewired your own handlers, so you could basically do whatever you wanted.
okay, gotcha. All right, yeah, I'll let them know about yeah. So we were, I was part of a psionic hunting unit that hunted psionics, but most of them weren't psionic, and the ones that weren't as impressive
Okay,
as me.
I want you to put yourself. I want you to put yourself in the boots of the men that we just encountered. Okay.
Yes.
You were, let's just as a hypothetical say that you were called palindrome because there was a psionic that committed a horrific crime against someone in their jurisdiction.
Yes.
What comes next? You go to palindrome, and then what?
Um.
I assume he probably has to roll for this, right? Or would he just
Sure.
know?
Let's see. Because fortunately, you have Jack of all trades, but let me see if you have any of the actual military tactics. Oh, you do have tactics military. 2d6 plus 3.
Oh, cool. 11.
So generally speaking, from your own training, even though you didn't pay much attention because, well, apparently you pay more attention than you thought because you do remember this. But you kind of held yourself above it because you always knew you were better than everyone else. Standing operating procedures for an asset that has gone rogue and that might have something as valuable as your armor would basically be tenfold response. So for something like you, so you would expect at least 10 interception vehicles loaded with full teams of anti-psionic forces, which would be comprised of, on each ship, there would be a team, there would be basically 3 squads of 4 trained special arms forces that were trained especially in tactics to take down psionic operatives.
Okay. But would that be like against a suit like mine too, or no?
if they knew that you had the suit, they would bring countermeasures to help deal with that.
I'll let them. I'll be like, okay, so yeah, so probably
And all of
tenfold.
those all of those ships would probably be psionically shielded.
Okay, so minimum, if we stay here, we're probably gonna have to deal with like at least 10 interception ships, full of people who are trying to get the suit back, and also probably
And you,
arrest me.
That's
if we have to.
bad. That's bad, Urien. That's a bad thing.
Yeah,
Tell me
yeah, I
more
know.
about how would you be searching for you? Like you get to Palindrome, you send out what? Scouts to neighboring parsecs?
Either scouts, but I doubt they want Palindrome to know I have this suit, because then Palindrome might try to.
Well, I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is how many of these ships are in system right now.
Oh,
Like, did they send one scout out and he's jumping back to tell? Or
yeah.
did they jump in here with a bunch of ships and he's going somewhere else in system?
I didn't notice any other ships. I just noticed this ship when I scanned.
Well, we know he jumped away, right? He went into jump
Yes.
space.
Right.
Well, typically what we'd do is we'd send out one ship, and then if we found something, we'd go back and let the other ships know, and then they'd come back.
that's the reason that it was so nondescript as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so correct my logic here if I'm incorrect. They jump away. They can't travel through jump space faster than anyone else, right?
No.
So it's minimum 2 weeks before any other contacts.
Yes.
At least we hope not.
Okay, and we are on day 4 of our repairs, or on the refit.
5.
Yeah, you'll basically just be at the start of day 5 now.
Okay. All right. This is what we're gonna do. First of all, we need to tell Krish about what's happening, and we need to. Urien, worst case scenario, we've got to ditch your ship. I think that we probably have at least 2 weeks before anyone shows up, which is good. But I would like to be prepared for the alternative. So let's have jump coordinates done for an emergency jump at the first sign of trouble. Have those distributed throughout the fleet. And if someone shows up, we just fuck off.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about this, Captain. I guess I didn't, this was kind of like a chance thing, I suppose.
Yep.
Well, it doesn't sound like they're actively. I mean, if you modified their memory, they wouldn't be actively looking for you. The thing is, so what I think happened, I think that they went to Palindrome because they were called because of what you did over there. And I don't think they know who they're looking for. But I think that they came by and scanned and saw that that there was a suit.
Yeah.
So I doubt that they know who you are, but they know that we have something extraordinarily valuable to them. So they're coming one way or another.
Plus, they know whoever was on. Plus, they know they were psionically scanned, so they know there's a psionic on board.
Do they?
I mean,
Urien would know that for those anti-psionic fields that they have very often on ships like that, they also have psionic, basically alarms that activate when they encounter a psionic energy signature.
Yeah, and they also did react to his scan.
The thing I'm worried about is that they scan this ship.
They scan both ships.
Yeah, I mean, if it was just your ship, it wouldn't have been a huge deal because we plan to take you to Drinax and park your ship there anyway. But they know what this ship looks like.
Well, sorry about this, Captain. I just wasn't expecting this to happen.
Well, let's work the problem in front of us. we need to finish your refit, which only has a couple more days. And then in the meantime, I think probably in the next session we're going to need to strategize about this. We're going to need to talk about it.
Makes sense.
All right, and with that, we end day 4 of the refit. So thank you all for tonight's 1-year session.
Woo! 1 year. We're 1 year old.
Exactly. Woo!
Still can't buy lottery tickets.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're still around, thanks for joining us. Particularly if you're like one of the random people that have like tuned in for most of these throughout the last year. Thanks for the support. And I mean, I know like this doesn't. We do this one for a lot of fun. Really, this doesn't. You know, it's not like when we like stream games or anything. But I feel like we grab at least like a handful of interested people. We also have people more and more interested in our campaign on Reddit, because I've been posting my weekly captains, or my weekly command log.
Nice.
Yeah, and people have been like the posts get a lot of traffic, and people are. I think the traveler community is like, oh, like there's someone doing a campaign, that's cool. So
Yeah, they do like that. You should also post links to the sessions after the fact. That they'll probably respond to that.
yeah, I haven't done that yet because I like a lot of subreddits have their own policy against like self promotion and stuff. I didn't want to wear out my welcome.
I could always look it up to see if they allow that.
Anyway, thanks for joining us over the last year. More to come, specifically next Sunday at 7:30. So have a